record on the computer. Perfect. All right, girls. So we'll get cracking. And does everybody know where to find the chat box? Well, actually, I might just move you guys down the bottom. Does everybody know how to find the little chat box off to the side? I've just opened it up on my screen. I don't know if you girls can see that. Just pop your hand up. Actually, don't, because I can't see you all. Just unmute yourself and let me know if you don't know where to find the chat. No, everyone can find it? Awesome, because we're just going to be using that throughout as well. But I would just ask, as we're going through, if you've got background noise or you've got littlies at home or any of that sort of stuff, just mute yourself, and you can unmute yourself when you're ready. If you don't have background noise, leave yourself unmuted, because it makes it more fun, and it's nice and interactive for us all. If you can, try and keep your camera on so we can see each other. It's no fun when I'm presenting to a whole bunch of blank screens. Don't eat your dinner. Nobody wants to see that. It's actually really funny. And the only reason I know this is because I ate spaghetti on a Zoom meeting once, and I watched the recording back afterwards, and I thought, this is terrible. You actually don't realize how awful you look when you're eating spaghetti until you're watching yourself eating spaghetti. So don't do that. And if you've got sitting up with your camera, obviously, or your screen on, best lying down and having the camera going up your nose is also not the best look. So Hals, you're in bed. I can see you. You look gorgeous, darling, but just don't hold your camera down here, because it's not a very flattering angle from there. Tracy is driving. Gosh, she's clever. She's listening in as well. So can I also just delegate, Amy, because I can see you on the screen, darling, would you mind just being my chat room buddy? And if you see anything in the chat that I need to know about, just sing out for me. But we're going to get cracking. So just really quickly, I wanted to officially say welcome. There's so many beautiful new faces since even our last team meeting a couple of weeks ago. And it's just so exciting to see so many gorgeous new faces on. So just a little bit of a rundown for our gorgeous new ones. We have our team meetings once a month, and they are very recognition, celebration, lots of promotions, new stock, lots of really awesome stuff in our team meetings. But being 100% on Zoom, we are trying to keep them as short and as simple as possible, because we know not everybody wants to sit on a computer for hours and hours and hours on end. So my plan moving forward is to try and split them up so that we've got our team meetings, which are all about celebrating new stuff, all the rest of it. And then I would love to keep running these linen lounges. And this is the very first one that we've ever done 100% on Zoom, which is just very much training focused. And I don't know about you, but there's so much to learn when you first start. And I guess the beautiful thing about the online world is it's constantly evolving. But the thing about the online world is it's constantly evolving. So it's kind of nice to, refresh and touch base and just kind of come back together and kind of have that really open discussion, which is what I want the Linen Lounge to be. So whilst I've put an agenda together, and I've got a bit of an idea based on what you girls have told me you want to learn, I would love it also to be interactive. And if you've got questions, again, put them in the chat box as well, and I'll try and come back to them towards the end as well, so we can make sure we get everything covered. Sound like a plan? Excellent. So I did mention that we've got some prizes for the best dress and prizes for the best wine glass. So, and this is voted by you, okay? So you have to vote for each other in the chat box. This is how we know who's going to win. So I would suggest, if you haven't already, on your little display screen, you'll see there's you can change it so that you can see everybody on your screen, or you might be able to scroll through. So for the next little bit, everybody show us your beautiful jammies and your wine glass, and then you can just go for gold and vote. So you might have to put PJs in the person, and you should be able to see their little name at the bottom of the screen. So show us your wine glass. See your wine glasses. Oh, I love it. So good. There's your wine glasses. Tracy Lee, I have your wine
bottle. This is my 1.5 litre bottle.
Alina's got a 1.5 bottle. Kel had a funky cocktail or something going on with a brolly. That's a bit gorge. Amy's got her big bowl of a wine glass. Love it. There's lots of gorgeous. Oh, Alicia, look at those foxy jammies and slippers. Good golly. Has anybody else got some gorgeous slippers going on that they need to show off? What do you reckon? I want Kel's drink. I want an umbrella in my drink. I feel like that is just totally awesome. I'm going to put my vote. Oh, Tracy, is that a moon boot or is it a slipper?
No, it's my Uggies. Uggies. Yeah, Uggies with zebra
I thought
print.
you'd broken your foot. I'm thinking, oh, goodness.
No.
Totally Uggies.
I love it. All right, I'm going to place my vote. Everybody can place their votes, and I'm going to come back to this at the end.
Trying to work out. Oh, hang on. Sorry, my hand's going everywhere on my phone because it's on my iPhone. I'm trying to work out how I can vote.
Do the chat as well. We should have had a Tash, have you got a bucket?
The bucket.
Yeah.
I'm on day 3 of my new job. So
Oh,
my boss said, Tash, go home, drink wine and relax. And I said, since you've ordered me to do so, I will do that in abundance because, oh my God, Cassie, I channeled you today and I just turned around and said, darling, what can I do for you? So I didn't know what to do, so I just pretended to be you for about half an hour.
Oh, that is gold. I love it. I thought you were going to say maybe that was your fuck it bucket.
Oh my God.
Does everybody have a fuck it bucket? Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. And just
Oh my God, I'm going to use it because in 3 days, I cannot tell you the amount of times, there's a movie somewhere, I can't remember what it is, but someone quotes, they're reading a letter and they say, I told Dad to tell you just to go get fucked. And can I just say, no less than 4 people came into my office and told me a story, and at the end of it, and they said, and if they don't like it, they can go and get fucked.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I'm new, and this is just normal.
That is so funny. The joys of a new job, hey? Good
Yeah,
time.
oh my God.
Well, we all need a bucket next. Maybe that can be our theme for next Linen Lounge. We can all get a wine bucket and we'll be ready.
One bucket. But I like bucket.
Love it.
I'm going to take it to work tomorrow.
That is so
Put it
funny.
in there.
I think I'll use that with the girls in the office as well because they've been so stressed out lately, and I've tried everything possible to boost their morale, which they appreciate. But I think the fucking bucket wins it.
Sometimes
Oh,
you
okay,
just
so you
gotta
just
take
got
it. Bucket. Yeah. Sorry to anybody who is offended. I really shouldn't say that. But
Apologies for swearing.
that's the last of it. All right, place your votes. I'll come back to that at the end. That's for a little bit of fun because why not? So I'll quickly run through what I had kind of want to cover off tonight, and if there's anything else, put it in the chat. And I can hopefully get back to that at the end. So I wanted to firstly look at a couple of goals for June. It's a new month. So, celebrate what we just did in May. We had an incredible May. I'm so proud of every single solitary one of you. And now this is a really good time to kind of reflect on what you just did and then set some new goals for the month moving forward as well. So we're going to have a little tiny look at that. I'm going to talk a little bit about making the switch with your online parties to groups and the experience that I've had so far. And if you choose to, great. And I guess the biggest message I want to come from tonight is that you've got to find the right fit for you. Just like if you were out there doing in-home parties, you would probably do it different to me. You've got to find what works for you. And so you already kind of know all about events, and there's heaps of stuff on events. I've just delved into the world of groups and also using CINCHSHARE, which I'll cover off a little bit as well. And I'm honestly blown away so far in week 1. And I just want to share with you the differences that I've noticed. And then it's up to you what you feel will work best for you. But most importantly, I want to cover off bookings, because who wants more party bookings? Anyone? Excellent. Beautiful. Boys, I'm losing plot already. Bookings are the lifeblood of our business. Ultimately, bookings are the easiest way to grow your network, to grow your sales, and obviously grow your income, and just keep you, moving out there into different groups of people. So we're going to focus on the ways to get more bookings. So starting with a bit of host planning, booking bids, and then how to seal the deal and kind of set them up as well. So how does that sound?
Perfect.
Awesome. Is there anything in there that you're thinking, oh, I really want to know this as well before I move on? So if I've got time, I can come to it. No? Awesome. Okay, cool. In that case,
Sorry, just a question. Are you recording this one?
I am. Hold on. Yes, I am definitely. I was thinking I did hit it and then I second guessed myself.
I just might have a call I have to go and do, so just in case.
No worries. Totally fine, darling. And I'll pop it up on, I've always had a YouTube channel, but I've now decided that it's actually the easiest place to upload things because it doesn't take forever. So I will upload there and share the link into our team page. So has everybody got some pen and paper handy? Or even if you've got your diary, that is the best place as well. Firstly, let's have a little bit of a look. I wrote down a couple of things on here to think about the month of June. And I'm actually finishing tonight with a quote, but I want to start it with this quote as well. And I actually spoke to the beautiful Crystal Beath today, who I'm sure she won't mind me sharing this. She's on here tonight as well. And I shared a quote with Crystal. Crystal, can you remember what it was, darling?
Oh my goodness.
There she is.
Sorry, my computer wouldn't let me unmute.
That's all right.
It's compassion.
No.
Is the
comparison.
Oh, comparison, yeah. is the theft of joy.
Beautiful. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you have to write this one down, write it down. But I want to start with this because, and the reason Crystal and I spoke about it today is because we've had some really incredible things going on in our team, in the Lorraine Lee world right now. And I know it's so easy to kind of look at those results going on and instantly think, oh, well, what are they doing that's better than me? You know, why are they getting results that are better than me? And that instantly just steals all the joy away from the results that you've achieved, regardless of what they were. The only thing that's important is that you've achieved what you wanted to for the month. And if you didn't quite get there, knowing then, you know what, it's a new month and I get to start again. But if I know that one really resonated with me, because I'm terrible for that, comparing myself to other people. And I shared with Crystal today that comparison only it only causes inferiority or superiority. So it'll either make you feel better than somebody or not as good as somebody, and neither of those are productive. They're not nice feelings. And so if any of that has crossed your mind, I want you to just wipe that clear and focus on this is you and your business, and your goals are completely individual. Ames, have you got something, babe?
Sorry, honey, I'm just getting a lot of background noise. I'm having a lot of trouble hearing you.
Oh, sorry. Is there somebody that's got a bit of background noise that might just need to mute themselves? Is that better? Oh, it sounds like a TV, maybe.
Yeah, there's a TV playing somewhere. I can hear like just background noise.
Who's unmuted? Trish, have you got background noise, babes?
No, I don't. But I was hearing it too. I was hearing the background noise as well, like Amy.
It sounds like it's cut out now. Is it gone?
No.
No, you can still hear something.
Okay. Alicia, you're unmuted, darling. You haven't got background noise?
Let me mute it. I shouldn't, but you might be able to hear the TV through the wall.
It's amazing what it picks up.
Yeah.
Doing homeschooling with my son, I was like, oh, dear Lord.
Yeah, you can hear everything.
Help me.
Is that
That's
better?
That's better.
Okay, beautiful. Well, we'll go with that, and then just unmute yourself as you need to as well. So new month, new goals. Your goals are your goals, and it doesn't matter what you've written down because it's about you, and you don't have to share them with anybody if you don't want to. So I want you to firstly think about what income would you like to make for the month of June? And it might be that, you know, you made XYZ last month and you want to make that again, or you made XYZ and you want to double it, you know, or it's totally up to you. But I just want everybody to actually write a number down. This doesn't work if you kind of just think it in your head and then forget about it. So write the number down. It doesn't matter what the number is, it's your number, and I'm not going to ask you to share. Next is then, I was talking again to Crystal about this, but then how do you then convert this back into, well, how much do I actually need to sell if I want to make that much income? So does everybody know how to work that out? You know, if I want to earn $1,000, I need to sell $5,000. Does everybody know how to work that out? Is there anybody that's not sure about that? No, I think everyone's muted themselves. Now I'm having a party on my own, totally.
I think someone said no in the chat.
No. So sorry, Chris. Thanks, Alicia. So Crystal, so basically if you're earning 20%, so everyone's different. So if you're a senior stylist, you're earning 25%. As a stylist or stylepreneur, you're on 20%. So if you want to make, let's say it's $1,000 income, then basically you need to times that by 5. So 20% is obviously a fifth of 100%. So if you times that dollar amount by 5, then you're going to get what you need to sell to make that amount. And if you're a senior stylist on 25%, times the amount by 4, and that will give you what you need to sell for the month. Once you've got that dollar amount, then you can work out where do you want those sales to come from. Are you splitting this down into X number of parties and, you know, whatever online sales? Are you having it 100% through parties, and then whatever you make online is an extra little bonus? And the quickest way to work that out as well is to identify what your party average is. And if you don't already know this, what we did with Crystal today was I got her to log into her My Biz, click on events, and actually just go through and count up the number of events that she held in May. Then she had the total sales that she did for May. So we took her total sales and divided it by the number of parties that she held in May. And that gave us her party average to work with. And so your party average might be 700, it might be 500, it might be 1,500. So that way you're going to be able to work out, all right, I want to sell $5,000 and my party average is $1,000. So I need to hold 5 parties to be able to make that kind of, money or those kind of sales. If any of this is confusing, please don't stress. Just shoot me a message and I can actually go through it all afterwards. But I wanted to kind of get you thinking about this sort of stuff, because obviously without a goal, you tend to just kind of plod along and, not really go anywhere either. And how many people would you like to share the love with? And this is honestly one of the things I'm so proud of right now. We've got this really beautiful sharing the love culture going on in our team. And we can see that from all of our beautiful new faces. And I'm not going to touch a whole lot on this. This is a whole other linen lounge of its own. But basically coming from a place of, you know what, somebody shared this with me and it's just paying it forward. So thinking about who do you know that might like to be a part of a really cool team and, be on Zoom meetings in their jammies and their wine. Who do you know that might like to make a little bit of extra income, or that would love an online business, or that loves linen, and actually share with them what's been shared with you. So that's pretty much all I'm going to, go on about today with that side of it. But actually start thinking about that, because every single one of you has the opportunity to earn a $100 voucher straight off the bat for sharing the love. Plus, of course, as a stylist, once you introduce 2, you're then stepping up to senior stylist. And then obviously beyond, you're just reaping the rewards as well from sharing the love. So write down a number there. And it's okay as well if that number's 0. If that's not for you right now, totally cool.
Okay, I have a question.
Of course, darling.
So being stylepreneur,
yeah,
I'll get my tongue around that one. If I introduce someone and then decide to go stylist, does that who I've introduced in stylepreneur count over to stylist?
She will, yes. If you step up, then she will basically still come in and still count for you 100%, because you've got your beautiful Emma out there getting her starter parties.
She's doing well. I haven't heard from her, so I hope she's doing okay. She come from a party online, so I don't actually.
What is that? That's awesome. And you've been a stylepreneur for all of, 2 weeks maybe tops?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Crazy. It's so cool. I just absolutely love that. So yeah, 100%, darling. And are there any other rewards you're aiming for? So stylist, there might be best start rewards that you're aiming for. It might be senior stylist is inside. It might be, that if there's anything else in particular that you're gunning for right now, write that down also. In your diary, there is actually this little sheet, like in the monthly planner. Each one has got a little my goals for this month. So if you're a goal girl, this is a really great place to kind of look and reflect each month and set some new goals. If you're not a goal girl, I would suggest trying to work towards becoming a goal girl. There's something about, I think, having some sort of number, idea, feeling, whatever it is that you want to aim towards in your head, And I really believe there's massive power in sharing the goal. And I know that can be a little bit scary at first when you're just starting to do goals. And if you don't feel comfortable sharing it to the big wide world, feel free to share it with me, because I believe in all of your goals, and I can help you, towards those goals as well. But actually putting pen to paper and having something to work toward is so incredibly powerful. It's not funny. So, if you're not already great at goals and you would like to be better, or you would like some help with that, just pop that in the chat box as well, or shoot me a text and I can help you also. Any questions around goals before I move on from that? I just wanted to sort of start with that because that'll bring us into what's next. No questions? Fab. Okay. I'm going to jump right in and talk about making the switch to groups. So this has all come about. I'll go one back. This has all come about literally on our last team meeting 2 weeks ago, when we were talking about some of our really amazing achievements. Beautiful Mel Keating piped up. She'd, I think, already done, 13 or 14 or probably more thousand, 2 weeks into the month. And we were like, what are you doing? What's working so well? And I didn't realize, but she'd actually switched her events over into groups because she was finding there wasn't a lot of interaction, and that was becoming a little disheartening. She was doing all the stuff, doing all the posts, but nothing was really happening in the event. And so she decided to make the switch to groups, and she said, oh my God, it's so great. I love it. And that's all it took for me. I thought, all right, well, if you think it's working well and you're feeling better about it, I'm prepared to, give it a go and try something new as well. And, I've only ever had negative experiences in groups years ago. Back in the day, Facebook used to allow hosts to just literally dump hundreds of people into their groups. And you've probably had this experience where you keep leaving, you've got to keep requesting to leave, and then they keep adding you in, and it's just, it's not comfortable, I don't think. And then people end up marking it as spam because they don't want to be involved in it. They haven't been invited. They've just been dumped in something. Since then, I didn't realize, but since then, Facebook has now made it completely different. You invite your friends into the group and they have to accept that invitation. If they don't accept the invitation, they're not in there as such. So they're not getting, bombarded with stuff. So that's made a really big difference. But I pulled a really great article today. I don't know if you guys seen it. I shared it on the team page. It's a little blog article from CINCHSHARE, which I'll talk about in just a tick. But they cover the 12 reasons they believe groups are more successful than events. So I'm going to go through them. They're really, really quick. And then you can make the call on what you think is best for you. So benefit number 1, notifications are much better in a Facebook group. 1,000%, I agree with that. So you can give me a little nod if you've had that experience as well. Yep. Facebook groups are all about community, which is why you rarely ever miss a notification, and you also see the posts in your feed much more frequently. Facebook wants to show you what is taking place in the group because you are a member. Even event notifications have been known to be glitchy and sometimes don't appear at all during a party, and that's not good for anyone. Groups have proven over time to be more reliable. I can say 1,000% tick. I'm even getting notifications that I'm posting into the group as my business page. Yes, who's speaking to me?
Yvonne.
Yvonne,
I just started 2 groups this week. Yep. One's for myself and one's for another customer. Mm-hmm. I am very lucky to get probably 6 people come to an event or a party, or no one. Very little. I've got 25 people in the group already.
Massive, isn't it?
I'm the same, Cass. I've got I think 4 groups going at the moment, and I've got, I think my mum's doing a party for me and she has like 26 members.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I was lucky to maybe get 3 or 4 people say that they were attending before, and the interaction's really good. I do still have a lot of people not really, so I'm trying to convert, amp up the by using the polls. Yeah, the polls is really great, kind of asking people what, are they just there to window shop, or are they planning to place an order, so that it helps me and my host also know what the people in the group are actually going for.
Absolutely. Leslie put this really beautifully today. I saw her in a post, and she said people seem less committed these days, and on an event when it says there's a specific date and time, they're less likely to commit because it's like they've got to be somewhere. Whereas with the group, and so this is something you might like to write down in case you've missed this. I did post it into our team group, but I have now switched to titling the name of my group, Yvonne's Virtual Lorraine Lee Party, 3rd to the 10th of May. I'm actually calling that the title now, so they know the time frame that it's running over, and I'm loving it because there's no time anywhere where people think, oh, I've got to be there, or sorry babe, I'm working that night. I'm not having that discussion at all. I can't make it on that day, because there's no day as such that they think that they've got to be somewhere. So that is a big thing I've noticed. Number 2, engagement is higher.
Also, Cass, until they decline the invite to the group, they actually still get the notification saying that something's been posted.
Yeah, absolutely. So it does just keep popping up, and they can just decline the invitation and then they won't receive that anymore. But it's just a little constant reminder in the background if they haven't. So engagement is high because you receive more notifications from groups. You're much more likely to comment on the posts, and so will your guests. Facebook is all about being social, so they encourage activity in a Facebook group and want you to use Facebook reactions and comment and reply to posts. I can't stress that enough. If you're getting engagement, you're crazy if you're not responding, because you want that to be a knock-on effect as well. So keep that in mind when you start scheduling your posts. You don't want to be scheduling posts at 1 a.m. in the morning, because you're not going to be responding and nobody's going to be on there at 1 a.m. I'll keep flicking through these. Number 3, set your host to future possibilities. Creating a group where your host and her closest friends and family can join and support her. Should she decide to sign up to be a consultant, simply change the name of the group once the party is over to a nice group or customer VIP group, and your new recruit is already way ahead of the game. Talk about setting up your new recruit for mega success. It's done for her. She's got a little VIP group happening already. Those people have already said they want to be in that group, which I think is absolutely awesome. Number 4, groups allow you to post files. So if you want to upload any files to your group, like printables, recipes, you can easily do so in a group and they'll remain there for easy access. Fantastic for Google Forms and door prizes. One that literally just popped out, and you might like to write this down, I think it's under documents, is our caring for your linen flyer. That's a file that you could upload at the very end of your party and say, all of your linen's on the way. Here's a great handy little document, printed off, stick it in the linen cupboard. And that's got some great tips on keeping their towels fresh. And, there's some really awesome care tips, and it's great for us to know those as well, so that we can give great advice when people ask us how to look after their linen. Number 5, groups have their own search bar. You can search for keywords, guest names, hostess name inside the group and locate what you need in seconds. I used this today because I couldn't remember if I'd thanked one particular guest for her order. So I just typed in Cara, and she, I hadn't posted her name. So I knew then, okay, I haven't thanked her for placing her order yet. I'm not sitting there scrolling through a bajillion posts as well. Number 6, you can create a custom group web address. This is a little bit technical, but basically you can change it in the group settings, and it's just facebook.com/groups, and you can call it Vonnie's Linen Party. If you want to, you can change it from the generic XYZZ, B to whatever it generically makes it, to actually have a really easy to find group name. And that's just in, under more, you can go to edit group settings and you can give it a new URL as well, which you can also then copy and paste into the event invite on the Lorraine Lee website if you choose to. So it connects the 2 together. Number 7, you can link a group to a business page. This is my favorite one ever. I am blown away. I've had so many likers over to my business page today, and I know I'm going to keep constantly connecting with these people now. In events, you just can't do it. Like, I would link my business page into everything. Still, nobody was going over and liking my business page. Now I'm posting, commenting, doing everything as my business page. And that's who they're doing business with, is my business page rather than my personal profile. Yes, Amy.
I actually found this really helpful with the CINCHSHARE, because I can't even begin to tell you, if you girls aren't using it, like, seriously, you need to get on board, because it is a game changer.
Yeah.
And all of my posts that I put into my groups, I also just tick the box and put it to my business page. So any of the sales that are going on at the moment go straight over to my business page, and I don't need to worry about it. There's constant interaction on my business page as well as every single group that I'm in. It's so good.
I will say on that note, some people saw it. I accidentally had my business page ticked, and I was like literally spamming my business page with like, welcome to the party post.
I was very careful in regards to what I've posted to my business page, and I've kept my business posts very selective and my groups. So I actually went through and made sure that I was very selective with what I did, but it's been great.
I didn't know that I was doing that. I had a couple of beautiful stylists. Cass, I don't think you're like, I'm pretty, like, I know you're really sharing, but I don't think you're meant to be sharing those on your business page. I'm like, thanks guys. So that is awesome. Number 8, you can link a group to other groups. So you can link your group to if you've got a VIP customer group, you can link the two together. So that's a suggestion. I haven't done that personally. You've got an ability to pin an announcement post to the top of the group. So in the past in events, we were pinning the ready to shop post to the top. You can do the same thing. You just click on the more button and put mark as announcement, and it always pops it to the top of the group page as well. So when people go in, it's the first thing that they see. Your hosts and guests can save the group to their shortcuts. So again, this is another little quick tip. You can just click pin to shortcuts, and it actually comes up over on the left-hand side in their like Facebook bar as one of like their favorites up the top, so that they see that really regularly. Number 11, you can use insights to your advantage. So you can easily monitor your guests during your party and keep track of what posts are working, what time to post them, and which is great information to have for future parties as well. I also haven't used that yet, but I'm sure it's awesome. And number 12, schedule to Facebook groups with CINCHSHARE. This is my favorite thing about groups, is that I can now go back to using my CINCHSHARE. I used it years ago and absolutely loved it, but it used to be that you could schedule to events. And then Facebook put a ban on that, because basically they realized there was a whole bunch of people like us making money on Facebook and they were not getting their cut of it. So they actually stopped third-party apps from being able to post into events, but they never stopped it from happening in groups. So hence the move over, to groups now. And it has honestly just been a game changer. I feel about 10 bajillion times lighter not having to sit and copy and paste and get my clipboard and think, where am I up to and what have I posted and what have I missed and crap, I missed a post. There's no more of that anymore. I'm just doing everything really seamlessly straight away when the party's booked, and I'm going to guide you through that as well. There's also tips here. So include the date and times or the date in your group's about section and do a pre-post with that information as well. So anything that you put into the like description of the group will also go as a post, which is awesome. It'll appear as a post in the group. Have your host send out reminders just like you would for any Facebook party. That I think is super crucial, because the group doesn't have a date. There's no reminder or alert for them saying, don't forget the party's in 2 hours. They're not going to receive that. So it's going to be really reliant on the host doing that follow-up to say, guys, orders are wrapping up today. Make sure you jump in and place your order by 8 p.m. or whatever time you want to make it. Post countdown posts, as guests will receive notifications. So again, if you're kind of wrapping it up at 8 p.m., do the post more frequently leading up to that and letting them know 2 hours to go, 1 hour to go, half an hour to go if you need to, so that those notifications are coming through. If necessary, number your live party posts so guests can locate them with ease as posts get bumped from comments. We love this feature as we can easily see which posts are most valuable to us. So if you are running like games nights, I know Jess, I'm not sure if Jess is on, but Jess ran a games night for her first online party, and it was super successful. She was just online live for 30 minutes. She got put in Facebook jail, bless her cotton socks, about halfway through, and took the party over into a group message. I couldn't believe it. She was so on the ball. Straight away, ingenuity. She just chucked them all in a message instead, and they kept playing their games. But it was interactive and fun, and in this case you would probably just need to number those posts, because they do kind of scoot around all over the group if people are commenting on them. Any thoughts, comments, feedback on those top 12 tips? No, cool.
That's all good.
Awesome. So if you haven't already seen it, I have made made a video, and I'm really trying. I was talking to Crystal about this today. I'm trying to be the most efficient leader as possible at the moment to make things really quick and easy for you to find, without you having to feel like you've got to wait for me or somebody else, to answer. So I'm really just trying to pump out as many videos as I can right now that I can guide you to, so that you can watch in your own pace, stop and pause, digest how you need to digest. So this video, I'm uploading everything that's relevant into the Facebook event that was the mock online party. So you'll find this video in there now. And if you can't find it, let me know and I'll send you the link. It's just a quick how-to video on how to set up the group. And today, I don't know if Jody HH is on or not, but today we just discovered a really tiny thing. Jody was setting up her groups and clicking in the setup, there's like visible or hidden. I had set mine as visible. She had set hers as hidden. And what we couldn't figure out was in her events, there was no share button for her. So she couldn't share her link. And then we realized it was because she was making them all hidden. So just simple little things like that. So I kind of go through all of that in the video, step by step, what buttons I click, what I link, how to, if you're going to use CINCHSHARE, you have to give CINCHSHARE permission to each group to link it. So if you don't do that part, you won't be able to use CINCHSHARE. So just watch that at your own pace and you'll be able to go through that. Ames?
I've just got a couple of girls. Tash and Tracy Lee has had to take off.
No worries.
Date night for Tracy Lee, and Tash had to take off a little bit earlier. I just thought I'd let you know.
Beautiful. Thank you, darling. So write that down. Make sure you've watched the video in there about setting up the group if you decide to go through that. I'm not going to go through it all tonight, or we could be here for ages. There's two big things that I found have really helped me to get organized, because I'm not going to lie. When I was in events, I was feeling more streamlined and organized because they were dated, and I was, it was all coming up in the dates that the events were up, and I just knew what was coming up when. And then I switched to groups and I was like, I don't know when people are starting and when they're finishing, and I was feeling a little overwhelmed. So there's two things that I've done, super simple. Number one, this is a little photo. I've just Googled June 2020 calendar, and I just printed this straight off the internet. And what I have done is just put the host name in the date that they're finalizing. So for example, these girls down here on the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, I know that they're all finalized, and I know that I need to set them up exactly a week beforehand. So you can see the highlighted is when I've scheduled all of their posts. So I'm obviously completely organized now. Wednesday tonight, these girls they started their events today, and they're all scheduled. They're all added into their thing. They've invited all their people. They're happy days. Tonight, before I go to bed, I need to sit down and schedule these girls for the 11th. And then I can take a break for 2 days. And then I'll schedule these girls. So I've just found that's been really visual for me, super simple. I don't feel like I need to tick off a whole bunch of stuff personally, but I'm just sitting down in one big block and scheduling all these girls. And because these girls are all literally starting and finishing on the same day, I'll show you in CINCHSHARE, you can just go tick, 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 tick for the 6 parties, schedule, and they just all go at the same time. So I'm not having to individually go into each group and schedule each post. I'll show you through that. It's seriously a piece of cake. So my advice would be get some sort of monthly calendar. I found weekly wasn't enough because I need to go from week to week. I need to see sort of a fortnight basically. So I'm finding monthly is working a-okay for me at the moment. And of course, you've got a monthly calendar in the front of your diary as well. So you can use that, but this just sits on my little clipboard beside my computer and I'm good to go. And you can tell I ate my lunch on it today, hence the greasy stains. Sorry about that. The other thing that I have found really, really helpful, and I never knew this, so this has been a game changer for me. I've also shared this in the team page, but it's to actually add bookmarks for all of my groups. Has anybody never seen this before? Please tell me I wasn't the only one. Seriously, it is a game changer. So it is so good. Basically, I'm on a Mac, so it's a little bit different. I don't know how to do it on a PC. If somebody knows that, you can put that in the chat box. But basically when you go into your group, just up the top, I go into bookmarks and press add bookmark, and it will just come up. This one was, I think, Noni's party maybe. It'll say Noni's virtual party, and I just click add, and you can see over on the left hand side here is all of my bookmarks. These just constantly live on the side now of my Safari screen, and I've got them set up. So I've got favorites at the top. So I've just done Facebook, our team page, and my Lorraine Lee business page as favorites. So I no longer have to go lorrainelee.com, log in, blah, 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 da, da, da. You know, it's just there. It just logs straight in for me. Same with Unstoppable page. It's just there. I don't have to go through Facebook, then search it and then, you know, find it. And then all of these, I've got 3 files at the moment. I have current groups. So groups that are running right now. Underneath this, you can't see it, but I've got current events because I've still got a couple of parties ticking over in events that were already set up. And then I've got a past groups folder. So as soon as they're done, I can just drag and drop them into the past one and I can forget about them. They're kind of like archived then. And what I've also done is it allows you, if you just like put your finger on one of these and drag it, you can drag them into the order that they're being held. So if you have a look here, you've got Carleen, which is here. Tamara, I've already put into the past. She was Tuesday's party. Tamara's gone into past because she's finalized. Carleen's now finalized, so I need to move her. But you can see I've got Anna, then Tanya, and there she is, Anna and Tanya. Then I've got Kate, Sarah, Teresa, Catherine, Noni, blah, blah, blah. You can see they're all in the order that they are on my website, that they are in my calendar. And so everything's just really routine and structured now. So
what's the numbers beside the...
I don't know. If anybody knows what that is, feel free to let me know because I don't know.
I think it might be how many notifications you had at the time you made it a bookmark. I know it's weird.
That could be right.
But I have a feeling it has something to do with the amount of notifications that you had at the time that you made it a bookmark.
That could very much be definitely the case. Yeah, I'm not.
And if anyone is using a PC and you don't know how to do bookmarks, I know that I work off a PC and there's a little star on the far right hand corner of your actual where the web URL is, and that's how you save your bookmark. And then you can just put it into your bookmarks bar and create folders and stuff like that. So that's how I do it. But I know that depending on what program you're using, it can be different. Whether I use Google Chrome, but it's generally pretty much the same. You can kind of click on it and save to bookmarks.
And if you're not sure, Google it. Say, how do I use bookmarks on Safari? Or how do I use bookmarks on Internet Explorer? It'll tell you how to do it. It has been so easy. So now, as an example, because I'm not having to go in and do posts manually, the thing I'm finding it's really handy for is when I see that my little wheel has gone over for the week, I then go into my Lorraine Lee, obviously business page, check the wheel, go into my events and see which event has risen in price. So then I know somebody's obviously placed an order on that. I can click on it and see, oh, Beth has placed an order on Noni's party. I jump straight back over to the next screen and just find Noni down here. Click on that, boom, I'm in Noni's event. I'm no longer, trying to find Noni's group in groups and, accidentally going in the wrong things. It's just click in there, bang. Thanks so much, Beth, for placing your order, blah, blah, blah. That post is done. So they're the 2 big things I've found that's helped me really keep on top of this, keep organized and not feel overwhelmed by kind of not having the dates as such in this. Any questions about that? No, cool. All right. CINCHSHARE. So I have created a second video, which is also in the same place. So it's in the event on the team page, and it is a step-by-step. Basically what I did is I just scheduled a party on a video. So you can see how I've done it from woe to go, how to link the network, like make sure that it's going to the right group, how to schedule a post, how to batch post, how to find and replace. There's a couple of sort of main functions in there. So I wanted to just watch that video. That will give you a really easy understanding of how to do it. But I guess I wanted to share the main things that I love about this. Number 1, you can save all of your posts into a library. So there's no more copying and pasting. Once you've saved them once and you've saved them into a library, they just stay there in numerical order. Actually, what I'm going to do is stop sharing this, and I'm going to start sharing.
This is the bit that I'm stuck on. I got so overwhelmed yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's different to what you've used in the past.
Same with me, Cassie. I was messaging you like crazy, going, "Help me! I can't figure it out." But once you figure it out, it's so good.
Game changer. So let me just open this. Okay, so this, can everybody see my CINCHSHARE now? Yeah, beautiful.
Yep.
So this is, so I'll go over here. This is the screen that it opens up to. So you've got the option. You can just create, you know, a post from scratch and add a photo if you want. And that's, you know, how you can do it sort of initially. This button here, let's go leave page. This button here is all of your networks. So you can sync it up so that it's talking to all of your groups or your personal page or your business page. And down here, if I click this one, you can see all of my groups are linked. So they actually post from my business page as well. You can also do it so it goes to Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well, which I'm not interested in. This next one is called text clips. So if there's anything that you find that you're constantly copying and pasting, like your website or your Facebook page or whatever, you can create a text clip, and you just click text clip on every post, and you can add that to the bottom of every post if you choose to, or add it to an image. This here is your post library. So this one, online catalog parties, is my post library. And can you see, I'm just so excited. I love things that are in order. It's all numbered and beautiful, and it's all in the right order. So post 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. They're the first ones that I put in before my host is even in the group. Then sale, new stuff. Yes.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
I don't know if I've missed it. That's the only thing.
That's okay.
I can't imagine that you would have sat there and redid everything that you did all these months ago. So have you copied and pasted, or how have you got all
Bonnie,
the posts?
You obviously don't know me well enough, because I definitely sat here and redid it all again, because I'm a silly sausage like that. No, I've always had my library saved in notes. And so I just took my whole library and copied and pasted it over. You know, I sat for probably a day getting myself sorted. But this is what I was alluding to the other day. I have also sat and copied and pasted everything so that I can offer you guys a generic library, basically. So what I've done, and I'm in the talks at the moment with how I will distribute this, but for you guys straight off the bat, I'm happy to just share this with you all. And the really cool thing is, I can, look how magic this is. This is the online party template that I've created. So it's just the generic posts. They're all editable, but you can see all of the posts that I've gone through and created, you know, from scratch again, because I don't know, I've got nothing better to do with my days. But this is everything that I've kind of put together in the last couple of days. And are you ready? Check this out. I can go copy link, and then I can go
you know, I'm about to give you a big virtual hug, right?
Do you love me like a lot right now?
I think we're all going to give you a big virtual hug.
Ready? Here comes.
Tell me how much you love me, and then I'll hit paste. Go on.
Okay,
so much. So are you sure? I really can't hear it. I can't feel it.
Righto, hurry up now. Come on, get this shit on.
We love you, Cassie.
Okay. Oh, Jody messaged me. She couldn't find the link. Whoops, daisies. So I'm just jumping in here. So I hope you're all in the team chat, and if you're not, let me know so I can add you in. But this, hopefully, don't do it right at this minute, or you can if you can multitask. This link, when you click on this link, fingers crossed, it actually should give you permission to access this entire library that I've created. So the next thing I need to do is create a little video on what you need to do with it at that point. If you haven't already created a CINCHSHARE account, I have put a link in our team page, and there's a code there as well. So if you go and create it straight through the CINCHSHARE page, you'll get 30 days free. Totally cool. If you use the link that I've given you and the code that I've given you, you get 37 days free. After that 37 days, you can cancel it. If you decide it's not for you and you're not using it, cancel it. You will not be charged. If you decide to keep it, and I would pay quadruple for it after just getting my time back. I think it's $10 a month. I don't know what that works out to be Australian, but the hours that it has given me back is worth every dollar. I'm happy to write that off as a business expense. So you'll be able to set up your CINCHSHARE account. You'll be able to click on that link, and you've now all got permission to grab these posts, edit the posts, and save them into your own library. So basically you'll be able to go through each post and click this little
You're my hero.
I know, right? You'll be able to click this little airplane button on each post, which will bring you here to where it's completely editable. So you'll go through and put your own little spin on it if you like. And then you come down here where it says select folder. You'll create a folder and call it online parties, if that's what you want to call it. And then you just click save, and done. It's gone over to your folder now. And that's all your posts that are customized for you. The other really cool thing about this is that I've also committed to every month when new product comes out, I will keep updating this library. So I'll put posts in here that you can use on your business page or use in your parties. And because you've got that link, it'll just automatically upload into your library as well. How clever am I?
Extremely clever.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
I think I'm pretty clever. I'm not going to lie. I was like, look what I did. I'm so cool. I feel like it's a game changer. I know that I've already made it very easy to get started. You've all had incredible success starting with your online parties with the template that was already there, but you still had to go and copy and paste and find the images and put it all in your own, little thing. So this is just making it a whole lot easier again, that you can literally just click a link and you've got this whole beautiful library available to you as well. So hopefully that helps. And the other thing I want to show you is that nobody taught me this. I learned all of this from the CINCHSHARE website. It is honestly the best way. I cannot rave about it enough. Down the bottom here, there's the little one that looks like a book. It has got so much training. There's all these frequently asked questions. There is, how to manage your posts. There's your networks, text clips, blah, blah, blah. There is video tutorials. There's a community. There's actually a CINCHSHARE group that you can join, and it's brilliant. They do live training. They do all sorts of awesome, amazing things. And the other thing actually that I found in here, which is really cool, under graphics, these are all available to you as well for free when you have a CINCHSHARE account. So they've done all these, and I know Crystal's been using these with a lot of success, all these beautiful little engagement posts, that are just made ready to rock and roll that you can schedule into events. Facebook theme party bundles. So they've done all these different themed party stuff that you can use at your own whatever, holiday and special occasion. These are industry branded ones. There's no Lorraine Lee ones in there just yet. And then there's a whole thing of quotes. So you can use them however you like, and they all come free with your account. So pretty groovy, right?
Sorry, Cass, where were those? Where do I find them?
They are in, when you click
under
on
what tab?
This icon here, under graphics.
Okay.
So I've obviously got, you've probably just got Lorraine Lee party template. If you've clicked on that, that will appear here as well. And I have saved all of mine into online catalog parties. And then I'm starting this one now, which I will be sharing eventually as well, which is just a bunch of other, random posts that I've put together.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So Cass, before you go on, before you go on, hey, how do we stop the intervals during the evening time at 1 o'clock? I've just been going and posting 3 for that day.
Yeah.
Is that the only way to do it?
So that video that I put into the event shows you how I schedule an entire party. But basically I work out, all right, I want to do 3, 4, 5, or 6, however many posts a day you want to do. I sort of start out with less and then I build it up gradually. And then I show you how I work out the time frame so that they still post at decent times. And that's easy enough to work out. If you're putting 3 posts on a day and you want them to be spread out, I just do 7:30, 1:30, 7:30. So that's 6 hours apart. If it's 4 posts a day, it's 4 hours apart. 3 posts a day is, I think, 3 hours apart. No, 6 posts a day is like 3 hours apart. You just kind of, and you can just keep clicking apply interval and it'll keep updating the time that they're going on there so you can see if they're at a decent time. Back in the day when I used to use CINCHSHARE, I would just literally do 1 to 20 and batch post the whole lot of them. But you had that problem of them posting at 1 a.m. and that's
that's right.
It's, you know, nobody's that seems very impersonal when you're posting at 1 a.m. in the morning as well.
I just wasn't sure because when I first come over to CINCHSHARE, I set the interval for 6 hours apart, starting at 7:30, say tomorrow morning, and then it posted when I went to check the times and whatever else. It had it going at 1:30, and I'm like, yeah, shit, that's not right. So then I just done 3 at a time and selected each day.
So for you guys who've never used this, never seen it before, and you have no idea what we're talking about, I'll show you really quickly just with these first 3 posts. Basically, you connect all your networks up and then it gives you the functionality that, say you want these 4 posts, which is what I would usually do and post these into a group before my host is in there. You just select the posts that you want to go. You can come up here and click batch post. Then you select on here what day you want them to start. So say I want these all to go in on Thursday and I want them to start at, 5:30 in the morning and go every 5 minutes. You put in the interval here, press apply interval, and it comes over here and tells you, okay, number 1's going to go at 5:32, 5:37, 5:42, 5:47. Then if you realize, oh crap, I didn't mean 5 minutes, I meant 5 hours. You just change it over here and go apply interval and it'll just rejig the timing over here. And then as long as you've got your groups linked, so I try and clean this up every day. Once I've finished doing all my scheduled posts, I like clean up my network so I don't have a bajillion networks confusing me here. So right now there's nothing sitting there. But when I go to do my scheduling for the 3 hosts that I've got next Thursday, just those 3 hosts will appear there and I'll be able to just go tick, 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 schedule to all of them.
I don't know where this app has been my whole life.
I know. It has
seriously. I didn't even know that you could do this batch post situation. I'm still learning.
There are so many great things. So batch post is the first that I love. The second thing I really love, I'll show you over here. This is you can see like your pending posts. So these are all of my posts scheduled for, all different parties, and it tells you what date and time they're going. And if you hover over the little like networks down here, if you hover over it, it'll come up Noni's, Sarah's. See, there's 4 parties being scheduled at the same time. But there's things like this post, for example, and that's a wrap post. This is a personalized one. If I click on this, that has my host name in it. So see, it's got Anna in there. If I wanted to, I could click this and then click up here and go find and replace. I'm going to type in Anna. Yeah. And I now want to make it Mel.
Amazing.
And go search, and it'll just change all the Annas to Mel in that post.
Total game changer.
Is that not the coolest thing ever?
This is just, where has this thing been my whole life?
I feel like we've been doing it the really old school way.
Oh my God.
8 weeks. Soz. That's probably my fault as well. But that hopefully, once you wrap your head around it, I'm not going to lie, it takes a bit of time to kind of get your head around it, but watch those 2 videos that I've put together and just stop and start and do it at the same time as you're watching them. And hopefully you'll get the hang of it, and then just use all of that training that's on the CINCHSHARE website as well, because it's great stuff, and that's what it's there for. It's meant, to be used for that. Any questions about that before I jump back over to the PowerPoint?
Yeah, can you start again?
Yeah. That was you, wasn't it, Leonie?
Yeah, it was.
I love you. Oh, so good. I promise I will help you, my love. If anybody is stressed about this, and this is I am trying to be as efficient as possible because there are so many of you. Obviously, to spend time one-on-one is, it's crazy. But even if there's little groups of you in little pockets that would like to do Zoom and run through it, I can do that as well. But that's why I'm just trying to create as many videos as possible so that you can, I know I tend to go through fast with things, so you can then just pause, do it at your own pace, and go from there. Anywho, so last little bits. So setting your host up for success. So we've talked about groups and making the switch. I instantly know you're going to get more bookings switching over to groups because you're going to have more engagement, more fun, more interaction, and that's going to lead to bookings straight off the bat. But there's 3 little things that I wanted to run through that will make the biggest difference. And I just want to go through what I'm doing, and then you can adopt any of it that you choose to, and tweak what you're currently doing to get an even better result. But the number one thing, I really cannot stress this enough, a host without a goal, waste of time. And it does not matter if this is an in-home or an online party. If she has no idea why she's having this party, she's probably not going to be driven to be on the same team as you. The ultimate goal for any party, but in particular an online party, because you've got less influence, I suppose, in an online party because you're not speaking one-on-one with people, is that you really want your host and you to be an absolute team. So the first thing is you want to understand how our host credits work. Is there anybody that's kind of like, oh man, I totally don't get our host credits, I wouldn't have the full yes. And it's okay if you do, because there's so many new people and it took me ages to wrap my head around the host credits. So if that's you, put a little thing in the chat or shoot me a message and say, mate, I've got no idea. Can you help me with that? Because if you don't get it, your hosts 1,000% are not going to get it. But there's this great little visual. I've also pinned this visual to the top of our team page. So feel free to just copy and paste it, save it somewhere. I send this to every host, this little visual, because I feel like it's the best thing to break down exactly how our host credits are structured as well. I did just see a chat. So, oh, no, that was Tash. Who said me? I can't see it there. Jess, beautiful, cool. I will talk you through that afterwards, Jess. So that's the host rewards. These are, this is basically how I'm doing my host planning. I still haven't, I'm not doing anything on the phone. I'm not sending a host pack. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I believe anything that you're doing above and beyond what I'm doing is only going to lead you to a better result. So I put another little article on our team page today about host planning, and I'm doing literally none of that stuff that they say. And I reckon it's all awesome stuff. If you're doing that, you'd be even more set up for success for your parties. But I'm not currently doing it. So this is just a little bit of a rundown basically of what my conversations look like with my hosts from the get-go. So this little one is Kate. So when generally I'm finding that it's my host, I'm getting my host to work for those bookings. If somebody on the group says, I'll have a party, or the host has gone and found somebody who's had a party, I'll straight away ask her to set up a group message between me and that person, so that it's like a 3-way chat, basically. The first thing I'll get them to do, hey, Kate, I'm super excited to party with you. I've heard, and I said here, I've heard you've got a little bubba, so we'll keep it as easy as possible for you and try to get you some lovely goodies for yourself. Can you shoot me your email, phone number, and home address so we can set you up? They're the first things I need from her. So she sent me all of that. You're a gem. The next thing I say, I usually run the group for 7 days and the girls can order at any time over that week. I could set you up Monday if that suits, because that was my next available time. So I wasn't being bombarded. Yep, no worries. Thank you. So I'm pretty much telling her when I can set her up. It's rare. It's very rare actually that somebody says, oh, actually, can we do, another day? Normally they're like, yep, okay, that sounds good, because they don't have to clean or organize anything. They're generally, a pretty quick setup. So that's the first little bit of conversation. So hers was then a couple of days before I was setting her up. So I've said, you're amazing. I'll set that up Monday. In the meantime, have a squiz in the catalog and let me know what's on your wish list. And I've just linked the catalog there and sent her that little image that I talked about. And here's how our host credits work. So again, I could go into way more detail here about the host credits, but I think that this visual is pretty self-explanatory. Then when it's all set up, this is another one. When it's all set up, I share the group link with the host, and then I send this little message. Hey, lovely, your group's all set up for your party, which runs from the 1st to the 8th of June. You can go ahead and invite your friends and family, and just shoot me a quick message when you've sent your invites, and I'll send some quick tips. So that's the first little message. Then I will say, once she's done that, I send her this. This is your ordering link. Make this little link go viral. Share it as much as possible. Every person who orders through this link helps you with your free and half price linen. So I'm kind of trying to chunk it down into bite-sized pieces. So it's not, you know, here's everything you're ever going to need to know about having a party in one big message, which is what I was doing prior. And it was a lot for people to digest. And then this is the last one. Hey, lovely, just a couple of quick tips for a successful event. You and I are a team on this one. I can post all the awesome stuff. However, Facebook will always show your friends things you add to the event more than they ever will what I post. So the more you get involved, the better. If you have items on your wish list, share them in the event. This will help to create conversation. Let me know if you need me to send any pics. Share something on your actual Facebook as well as the event. I can send you a post you're welcome to personalize if you like. This helps to attract more people you might not have even thought to invite. And number 3, start lining up your party bookings now. The quicker you get those done, the quicker we can get your half price items. Plus, if you get your 2 party bookings before we finish the party, I'll have an extra little gift for you. How's that sound? Hashtag teamwork makes the dream work. Ames. You're muted.
I have a message in the chat from Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
It says, I have a host who keeps changing her date and it's making it a little hard to know what to post at what time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's where you want to lock that. I haven't had that personally because I'm telling them pretty much when they're having their party. And if that's not working, you know, just letting them know, hey, look, I just need to know when we need to start and end date. Otherwise it just lingers way too long and your friends are going to get pissed off basically if this party goes on and on and on for weeks. So I think it's just kind of having that conversation with the host on what it can potentially do if she keeps dragging it out as well. So, but I can chat to you more about that one afterwards as well, Jess. So this is just a little bit of the host planning. I think it's pretty simple and I have really simplified it from what I was previously posting. And it's been a really great result. I've got amazing hosts right now who are just getting it. They know I'm not setting it up to say, I'm going to do everything and you just sit back and do nothing, because that's not the case. I need her to be involved and be invested in her party to get a great result for us both. So why would somebody book a party? Here's a couple of things. Discounts, free and half price. To help her friend, that's a biggie. If they know that it's going to help their friend, they are likely to do it. A fundraiser for some fun as well, and to socialize and connect. And there's heaps of other reasons as well. But have a little bit of think about: are you actually talking about any of these things in your booking bids? In your posts on your party? So are you like putting little taglines on your product that are reflecting these things, or are they quite salesy, you know, bids as well? So just kind of give some thought to that when you're putting things in about party bookings. Are you all about all of these reasons that they might host a party? Booking bids. So these are great. And I wanted to show you a great little example. There's the bid that I put on, which is this one here. For example, this was into Noni's party as well. Seen by 9 people, 1 interaction. Noni put a thing on, seen by 36 people, 14 comments. So, and this is just it's cold hard facts. The more they post in there, the more interaction they're going to get. So then there's another couple of examples here. Noni also, have a big wish list, can't decide what to order first. Why not book a virtual party? Friends and family can order from home and you can get money to spend on your wish list items. Win-win. Win-win. I want it all and I would like it delivered. Bette Midler, 16 comments, 38 people. So Noni's party started on Monday. It's Wednesday. She's at 1,601 booking already. She just gets it, you know. She's on board with me, and she's been, you know, she's working her party as well. There was a couple more here. Oh, whoops. This was in
Did she write them herself, Cass?
Yeah, she did. She put this together herself. And I've got like a basic little, thing I can help them with wording. But I just said, tell the girls why you're having a party. What do you want? What do you want them to know? And that's, exactly what she's kind of come up with. And even if they're, feeling a bit nervous about that, I'll say, if you like, why don't you put something together and send it to me first and I can tweak it for you if you like. But I think it's the more it's in their words, the more genuine it'll feel for their friends reading it as well. There was this one, I've covered it up here, but this was a conversation then. The previous host then started tagging people. You should have a party. It's really easy, blah, blah, blah. So they got involved as well. And then this one this was the last sort of booking bid. So towards the end of the event, the group, I give them the option to personally follow up with all of their friends and family, sending a personal message. And then I say to them, and also what I'm finding is even more successful is if you set up a group message with the girls that said, going on the event or that accepted the invitation, and you can pop me in that group message and I can help to answer any questions, find out who's still yet to order, and I can help you with your bookings as well. So I think that I like that the best because I'm able to have conversation then one-on-one with people and offer a party if they can't afford anything just yet or whatnot. And then I love if you're haven't got a group message, you would put this message into the group privately. But I was able to put in there, hey, Eliza, guess what? Your friends and family are totally amazing. And here's what you ended up with. 1,600 plus 2 bookings, giving you blah, 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 blah. How awesome is that? Massive thank you to everyone who placed an order and a special thank you to Kate and Sarah for booking a party. You guys rock. Then that created this beautiful conversation of, awesome, Eliza, what are you going to get? Da, da, da. Sarah, make sure you invite me to your party. It became it kind of reinforced also for these 2 gorgeous new girls who've booked parties. Well, if Eliza got all this, then I could get that at my party as well. So it creates this really beautiful knock-on effect of sharing what my host received. So I guess what I want to say here is you'll have your generic booking bids, but the more that you can get your hosts on board working for these bookings, the more successful it's going to be. And again, Noni knows exactly what she wants half price. Sarah knows what she wants half price. All of those girls that are booked in right now, they know they've got items on their wish list, and I know what they are as well. And we've already talked through how that's, how those 2 bookings are going to benefit them.
Cassie, can I ask a question?
You can.
Would I know sometimes it's hard to sort of, sometimes it's easy to talk to some people and others that you've got to typing and that. And if we were able to protect the privacy of the post you've got, would we be able to do a snapshot to show another host and go, here's an example of what I can post. You're going to have this kind of interaction, but if you post something similar in your own words, this is the kind of interaction.
Absolutely. I actually put these in the team page today. I think it was a couple of these, but I'll put these ones in as well, and you're welcome to use it. And that's actually what I had been doing when people say to me, what sort of things will I post? I'll say, oh, well, here's some examples of what other hosts have put in, and they've been really successful. But just tweak that and make it suit you. And when I ask them in the beginning, like, what's on your wish list, let me know if you want to, when they send me back what's on their wish list, I send them through some photos that they can then put a post up. That's where Noni got this photo from. She loved this one. So I sent her through the Alexandra photo, and she then, attached that to her post. And then you saw the other ones in the team page today. The girls are doing a great job then of sharing it on their Facebook as well, not just in the group. So they really are making that go viral. That's the beauty of these online parties right now. They can spread them far and wide. And these girls are all in Tassie. Like, I've got a massive circle of girls right now in Tassie. I've never partied with Tasmanian people before. So there's this whole other network that I'm being exposed to, because they're sharing it far and wide as well. So that's some little booking bids. Plus, of course, like, think about all of these things on offer, and are you actually using these to your advantage in your online parties right now? We've got a brand spanking new catalog. That is a great reason. That's a big reason that people book a party. So, and even outside of your groups, are you sharing this on your socials? I put the little post in our team chat today. I just did a quick little boomerang video, and rather than just linking the catalog there, saying, let me know if you'd like a copy of the digital catalog. And then I'm able to inbox people so I can actually have a conversation with them, rather than the link just being there that they can click on and I've got no idea that they've done that. So that's creating conversation as well. And also, not everybody's going to see it the one time. Same with the new releases. If you only post those once, you're just hoping and praying that everybody's seen them in that one post, and I can guarantee they're not. So really exploit the fact that there's new product right now and use that to your advantage to, you know, get people, you know, coming back and looking at the catalog. The host rewards, obviously sharing the host rewards, they get 3.5 price linen every day of the week. Are you screaming that from the rooftops? Because that is what they are frothing over. That's what they book their parties for. You know, not for the pillows, not for the towel, not for the extra stuff. They book it to get their quilt cover half price or their sheets for $4 or whatever it is that they've seen in the post that you've put up. The other little things, we've got 20% off quilt cover designs. These are going gangbusters. Who's been selling Austin like it's going out of fashion? Yeah, I've been selling bulk Austins right now. So again, use that in your online parties. Use it as a party booking bid right now outside of your parties. You know, put this on Facebook. Let people know that this is what's on offer in June, and you'd love to do a really quick and easy online party for them. And then, of course, we've got Party for Kids with Cancer, and there's some really great digital assets available around Party for Kids with Cancer. But make sure you're talking to every host about this. I got a text message from a host the other day asking me if I was back in home yet. And I said, I'm not yet, but I'd love to do an online party for you. And she lives an hour and a bit from me. So I'd rather do an online party for her than sit in my car for an hour and a bit each way. And then I spoke to her about Party for Kids with Cancer. She's donating 50% of her online party credits, and I'm personally matching that. So, you know, people want to feel like they're helping. They want to feel like they're doing a good thing. But if we're not even offering that to them or letting them know that that's an option, they're not going to get that opportunity. So use Party for Kids with Cancer to help rebuild or build your business as well. Start out doing some fundraising parties and use that to build your network as well. So there's some really groovy things on offer right now. Are you taking full advantage of all of those things? This one's a good one. Next month, it's a teaser. You know, if you haven't already got this image, screenshot it on your screen right now. Use this, put it in your Facebook events and say, look what's coming next month. You know, the beautiful thing about our Inspirations magazine is you get a sneak peek of what's coming next month. So let them know, you know, there's some little items that say July release. So you know what you need to do. Have me over for an online party in July and you'll be able to get your hands on this beautiful, you know, Taya dusk or animal things. And I think I put the conversation in our group chat the other day about the life-size animals. Did you all see that? I was wetting myself reading these things because they're all, you know, July releases, but they're all going on about having giraffes over the top of their plants, you know, and how they all need these life-size animals when they're released in July to, you know, be eating their plants and stuff. So, you know, that was a bit of fun. It was like, look what's coming next month. So you can make that a teaser and that's going to generate bookings into the following month as well.
So which animal are you going to buy, Cass?
Look, I don't feel like I need any animals. I have enough in my linen warehouse as it is, but I thought that was a very cute idea nonetheless.
I can see a giraffe at your house, surely.
Look, maybe I could be tempted. I'm snuggled up with my my new Idaho throw, which is on the end of the couch here, and I'm actually really in love with that. It's really beautiful.
When I met my husband,
giraffe eating a plant, I really do.
Love it. What was that, Alicia?
When I met my husband, he came with a giraffe. Hang on, let me see if I can see it. That's Harold.
Gosh.
He was the bachelor pad mascot, and he's moved house with us now. But I'm sure Heath would love if he could sit on it, and Heath can't sit on that one. He's got very fragile legs.
That is so funny. Maybe you need a really cute plush one for your bedroom. You know, Harold the giraffe in your bedroom, creepily stalking eyes at you.
I did have it in the nursery when Heath was little, and it just freaked me out every night that I went to feed him. So I had to. It came back to the lounge. I just couldn't do it.
Hilarious. That's so funny. I love it. All right, then we're sealing the deal. So this is again, it's getting your host. And I really believe they haven't already got their 2 bookings towards the end of the event. It's putting the ball back in their court as well and saying to them, this one, I let her know, PS, you're sitting at $868 already. What a superstar. This is giving you $86 free already. If we bump it up to $1,000 plus 2 bookings, you'll get $140 plus 2 items half price. Much better. thank you. You know, we'll see what magic we can weave. And this here, I use the voice messages a lot. You guys are all using the voice messages. I love them because I can do them on the go, and send a quick message to my host to say, hey, sweetie, you know, this message was, I think I was like checking in and a couple more people had ordered. How did you go with blah, blah, and her booking and yada, yada, yada. Then she said, you know, hello, we'll send out a group message and note. Oh, that's when I said, don't forget to follow up with the girls. We're wrapping it up today. Remember, we want to get you 2 bookings, blah, blah, blah. Alana Roberts will have a party. Not sure about anyone else at this stage. That's great news. When Alana says yes, let me know and we'll set up a group message to organize her. So Alana booked in, and I don't know if I posted it here. No, I didn't. But we did get the second booking. She finished up today with just over about 1,100 in sales and her 2 bookings, because she just knew she was a goal getter. Like we were working on those goals, and she was so close. I wasn't going to let her finish her party with 1 booking and under $100, $100 less. I think she was like $70 off and 1 booking off. And we just kind of hustled to the end and got her over the line. And now she's got 2 gorgeous ones, you know, who've booked from hers. Also using images like this I actually just, I just screenshotted this out of the Linen Press email that went out. But I love this because it's got the product and it's got a booking bid in there, and it's, you know, it just tells them on average, this is what they can save, or this is what they could get a quilt cover design for at their own party as well. So you can use little images like that to kind of get them thinking as well, because sometimes they just need to see a visual of what they could possibly get and how much they could save. Host testimonials. This is something I'm actually working on a post to share into my events, but I've actually asked a bunch of my hosts today to, if they wouldn't mind, you know, sending me just a couple of words about their experience at an online party, you know, what they got out of it, how easy it was, how their friends found it, blah, blah, blah. And they've put together some really beautiful things. But these were some testimonials that I just pulled off my business page, that these are really great little things that you can share. These ones, you know, are about their online party and whatnot and their experience. But the ones that I got my host to send today were specifically about online parties. So Carlene's, for example, she's the one who just finished up her party today, and she wrote, I recently agreed to host an online Lorraine Lee party booked from a family member's event. Cass, my wonderful consultant, was so organized, answered all my queries, made very helpful suggestions, and the whole party ran like clockwork. Without leaving my couch, I'll be receiving more than $300 worth of gorgeous linen for less than $150. It's an absolute no-brainer to say yes to hosting, especially with Cass. Go for it. How's that? Like, that is way more impactful, I think, than me going, you should have a party, you know, you get X, Y, Z. So using their words, you know, and actually quoting them on what they got from their event, how easy it was as well, that can create a really nice little booking, you know, momentum as well. And then the other thing is, people book for fun. They want it to be engaging. They want to have a little bit of fun in there. So these are a couple of little ones that I found that have just done well in regards to engagement. So I hadn't been doing this. I don't know why, because I'm in the Imagine Bid girl for anybody that's been around for a little while. But I just turned the Imagine Bid into an interactive post. And it actually turned into this really beautiful, engaging post about what people would do with the extra money. And ultimately, that's a recruiting post. You know, that opens up beautiful conversations. This one, I've shared, this is the other cool thing about CINCHSHARE, is you can share videos that you've posted on your business page. So I posted this little sheet hack, how to fold a fitted sheet, on my business page, and I've been able to share that into my Facebook groups. And so, you know, you can see here 29 comments. It was really interactive. People were sharing funny memes, and I think you girls have shared the one with the dog skating around on the sheet on the floor, and that's how they fold it, and, you know, origami things. And it was really quite funny, like how they were, you know, interacting with that as well. But also really helpful. They're like, I'm all going off to, you know, refold my linen cupboard now. And then this was one that Carlene had put up as well. And it created a really beautiful, engaging conversation. I'd totally have a party if da-da-da-da-da. So again, getting your hosts involved and thinking about what's something that they'll actually want to interact with. And sometimes it is a funny meme. You know, it's got nothing to do with Lorraine Lee at all. It's, you know, post a GIF or whatever that gets them involved also. So remember that it's still got to be fun too. You don't want it to be all pumping product posts and serious stuff. So my loves, that hopefully, you know, all of that in a nutshell will help for you to feel more organized, you know, more scheduled, but more importantly, getting even greater results than what you've already been receiving by hopefully, you know, making the switch to groups, getting that interaction, getting that fun happening, getting your hosts on board, and hopefully creating lots more beautiful bookings ongoing as well. So before I jump into this bit, any thoughts, comments, questions before we wrap it up for the evening? At 1 minute to 9, by the way. Yeah, how good is that? Any questions around any of that? Oh, you guys are rock stars. In that case, I want you to look back at the goals that you wrote at the beginning of the session and think about what's one thing. So WOW stands for within 1 week, or what's one win thing that you can do in the next couple of days. Leonie is shaking her head at me. She's like, oh dear, Leonie's been with me way too long. She knows me too well now. So what's your wow? What's something that you can do within 1 week? You all got a text from me today, so you all have my number. Send me a quick little text now with one thing that you can action this week to move you closer to your goal for June. And that might be making the switch to groups. It might be, you know, booking one extra party. For a lot of you, particularly you gorgeous ones who started as stylepreneurs, you haven't started with any parties. And, you know, obviously you can continue your business like that, but that's not going to make you money. So you've got to kind of start somewhere, and it might be holding a launch party. It might be doing a fundraising party. It might be doing a new catalog event for any of you. We've got this beautiful new catalog and we've got this fundraising opportunity. Every single solitary one of us should be holding our own party right now. I know Vonnie is. You've set that up, and it's a great little opportunity to share the June specials, share the new catalog, share the fundraising stuff. And that's one extra party in your diary that you're in complete control of as well. So what's one thing, I'm getting text messages already, I love this, that you can do this week in regards to recruiting, booking, or selling? And the quote of the month, in case you need to take a photo of this again, is comparison is the thief of joy. Remember that you're running your own race. This is your business, your goals. You choose how much or how little you do, or what results you get to experience. You get to choose how much training, how much time, how much you invest into it as well. So there is no point comparing. It's only going to make you feel like rubbish. And it really is, you know, the thief of joy. So just be, you know, celebrate all of your wins, every single damn little one of them, every dollar, every conversation that you have, every interaction. Celebrate that, and don't worry about what's going on around. Celebrate that too. That's awesome, and learn from it and take things from it. Vonnie put it so beautifully in our team chat the other day, and I just absolutely loved what she said. You know, I love seeing what everybody else is doing. I'm not doing that right now, but I'm loving learning from everybody. Bless you, Amy. I'm loving learning from everybody, and being able to celebrate the success that they're having right now as well. I think that's such a beautiful attitude, you know, to have right now. And yeah, it's awesome. So you rock.
I worked it out, Cassie, that I'm 2-time poor. I couldn't even, I'd love to get that. But I honestly, I would have no hours to sleep.
Exactly.
So I'm doing what I can do, and I'm happy, and it's actually inspiring.
Exactly.
Seeing what everyone else is doing, it's just, wow, good on you.
And this is the thing, right? Everyone's got a different situation. We all have different jobs, different family support, different amounts of children, different, you know, priorities, different everything, you know, and that's the crazy thing about comparison, because you're not actually comparing apples and apples. You're comparing apples and steak, you know. It's like a whole other world of, you know, I know for me, both of my kids are at school. I'm not working a full-time job. I've got the most supportive husband in the whole wide world. You know, I've got all these awesome things that are on my side that I'm very grateful for, but I know that that's not the case for a lot of people. So, you know, even if you try and compare that, like I've got this you know, I've got a really great, things are good. You know, I don't have a lot of challenges, I suppose, in the sense that I don't have babies at home. I don't have, you know, a hubby that doesn't want me working or any of that sort of stuff. And they are real challenges that are out there. So I just thought that was really important to make note of as well. But hopefully I really, really genuinely hope that tonight has helped in some way, shape or form, has given you a little bit of extra confidence. I'm going to stop sharing the screen and bring you guys back up bigger so I can see all your gorgeous faces. So I would love to, for anybody to unmute themselves if they like and share what's one thing that you got out of tonight that you found really helpful or that's going to help you move your business forward. And if nobody unmutes, I'll pick you out.
I found all of the extra little hidden additions in CINCHSHARE really good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it. Anybody else enjoy that?
I definitely want to do CINCHSHARE.
Awesome. Is that your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For anybody, you know, anybody that's busy or just anybody in general, it's just like, yeah, it's just nice to know. It's like, that's just ticking away in the background now. Like I know I've got a bajillion notifications to deal with now, but I haven't had to stress that, oh, I've got this, you know, thing. I'm not thinking, crap, I was meant to do these posts at 7:30. That just happened anyway whilst I was doing this with you guys. And now I can go back and answer, you know, and engage.
As a new stylist, I was getting my first week back. I was feeling very overwhelmed with all the additional social media stuff. You know, with my side business as a nail technician, it's the same. I've got a lot of social media stuff, and then this on top of it was really getting on top of me. And I can't tell you how much CINCHSHARE has completely changed my world. It is very, I did find that it was obviously you spend an entire day posting everything, getting it all scheduled, but once it's done, it's a total game changer. It was so much, it was so good.
And I'm hoping by sharing that library with you that it will take away even more of that. I've sat and done the time and the effort. So hopefully you'll be able to just pop that across and just tweak just like you did last time. So that should take the time and effort out of it as well. What else? Who else loved something?
I'm going to, like, I think people have been hesitant when they book for a party, like, oh, well, I don't want to start my event until the end because I don't want to take their sales or have, you know, overlapping, and then people feeling they're obliged to buy from both.
Yeah.
But if you look at it like, you know, the earlier you start it, then you get the bookings from them, then you fit that into them this month, and then so on and so on. If I keep waiting like to the end of that week, then you get not so many fit into the 1 month.
Absolutely. And look, and if you kind of look, I don't know if you can see that properly, but this is this week, and then this is the parties next week. There's a few in this one here, but there's no parties in that last week because mostly it's literally like, yeah, cool, I can set you up tomorrow. Or, you know, if I know that a week out, like Wednesday next week, there's like 6, and I'm like, I'm just going to lose a plot if I try and do more than that. You know, now I'm up to Thursday, and then when Thursday's full, I'll be offering to start them on the Friday. And I don't start any parties over a weekend just because I don't want to be switched on really on a weekend. I want to be able to enjoy that with my family. So then once Friday rolls around, I'll let them know that I'll set them up on Monday. So it's just finding what works, you know, for you, but definitely bringing them in closer. There's really no reason that they have to wait. And ultimately they might have a few mutual people, but mostly they're going to have a lot that aren't mutual as well.
Yeah.
Love that. Who else? Sam, you're a brand newie, darling. Anything in particular that's jumped out for you?
Just like setting up a party and stuff. Like I've got my first party set up now. I seem to be doing all right. I have 10 people with stuff in their carts.
How good is that?
Yeah, so it's just trying to work out more stuff to add to the post and stuff.
Beautiful. Well, hopefully, again, sharing that library across, if you choose to use it, that'll just give you some ideas as well, you know, to kind of pump up the post.
I don't know if sorry. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I use Canva a lot as well. And I have a whole heap of stuff that I've put together of sale posts and, you know, just kind of different bedding systems. And when you scroll down on the website and it shows all the pieces that you can match together, I've actually made up, like what you do, Cass.
Yeah.
I've put together So if anyone's interested, I'm happy to share those in the group page. I haven't done it yet because I didn't know if anyone would be interested, but I'm happy to share what I've made up so far if anyone wants access to that.
That's awesome. And tuck them in there because that if you're happy, that's awesome. And I know
yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got them all
there
there ready to go. So I'll just share them in there tonight.
Anything you create, don't even worry about if you think people will or won't. Pop them in there because 9 times out of 10, somebody will think, oh, that's awesome. And you've done the work and I can just, if you're happy for us to steal it, go for gold, pop it in there.
Because I've done it all for the sale post. All of the quilt sets that are on sale, I've done it for all of those.
Awesome. Yeah. And that one Bonnie put in there today was beautiful as well. So yeah, totally steal those. Why reinvent the wheel if somebody else has already made them? And Canva is integrated into CINCHSHARE as well.
So good.
Yeah, you can play with both in there. Sam, were you going to say something else, darling, after that?
Yeah, it was just like I was like struggling with the wording for obviously because I don't know the range because it's my first party. It was like wording the post and stuff that I was like struggling with.
Yeah.
And that's when I called you and said, please help.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. And honestly, that's what, particularly the group chat, if, chuck it in there too. Because even if I'm, I don't know, doing something, because I'm very rarely not by my phone, but if I'm doing something or if I'm sleeping in, somebody will be able to jump in and tweak as well. And I love that about this team is everybody's so sharing and caring and you all jump in and support one another. So, even Sam, absolutely, darling, if there's anything you're sort of struggling with wording, chuck it out. Somebody will be able and you'll get lots of different, views then as well. So don't be afraid to do that also.
Awesome.
Kel, what about you, honey? Have you finished your cocktail?
No, not yet.
Love it.
I'm looking forward to the cinch and getting on to that.
Scheduling those posts. Beautiful. Leonie, what about you, honey buns?
Probably overcoming my anxiety on learning something new again.
Completely new again.
But I did it the first time, so I can do it again.
It's a whole new world.
You will.
A whole new world.
Yeah.
And I guess on that note as well, you don't have to. You don't have to do any. If what you're doing right now is working for you and you feel good about it, and I could have continued on forever using events. And, I think about the results that we all got last month. They were phenomenal and they were in events. So what we're doing right now is amazing. And if you're not ready to change again and learn something new again, I get that. I think if that's a big step, don't put yourself through that if you don't, if that's just going to cause more anxiety. It's just another option that's available to you. But please don't feel like, oh crap, now I've got to go and do this because she's crapping on about groups. Because you know what? 4 weeks time I'll probably find something even better, and then I'll be like, hey, we're doing parties on, I don't even know now, like Instagram, so please don't feel like, oh god, now I've got to go do this this way, because
I don't feel as bad as what I did, because last time I was forced to do it because I had to do it. I had no choice to do it, whereas I have got a fallback if I don't get it.
Absolutely. And on that note, you guys are allowed back in homes now as well. So
I was just about to ask that. Are we because I have so many, I'm like, I feel like this would be so much easier to sell to you if you could just feel it and see it in person, because you will love it. And
anybody come at the bit to get back in homes, go for gold. We can have up to 20 people in a home now, providing you're obviously being safe and you're using your social distancing and all the rest of it. If you're comfortable to go in homes and hosts are comfortable to go in homes and they're comfortable to have their friends in homes, go for gold. Lorraine Lee have said that loud and clear. You can go and do that as soon as you are, ready for that. And people like Jody, Leslie did a party this morning. Jody did a party this morning. There are people that are ready to be back in homes and that want us in their homes. So if you're a home girl, go for gold. Pick up the phone and talk to those gorgeous ones that you've been wanting to book in and see if they're ready to have you in their home as well. And I know definitely there's a lot of people who are keen beans. I've already received a text message to say, now that we can have 20 people in our homes, will you come and do my party at home? So go for gold if that's what you prefer as well. Anyone else? Alicia, you're brand new. Alicia with an A. What did you learn, darling?
Yeah, no, I like the how to get more parties at parties, like those tips.
Beautiful. So in case you guys missed it, I found out today that Alicia used to be a stylist, and she did what was the number, Alicia? 5,000.
Was it 5,300 or something? I can't remember.
Something ridiculous. $5,300 party. She still holds the record for the highest.
Holy crap.
In Liberty, where she was before. Jodie was very jealous that she came back into our team and not her team.
Well, look, my mum's got 23 people in her group at the moment, or like 29 members in her group. And I'm like, man, if I could just get one order from each of those people, like, oh, that would be amazing.
That would be a ripper party. There you go. There's the challenge for the month. Beat Alicia.
Yes.
I'll have a really awesome prize for you. I love it. That's awesome. Beautiful. All right, my darlings. Well, unless there's any other questions or anything else I can help with, I will let you all rock and roll. Thank you so much for taking the time to get in your daddies with your wine glasses and come and hang out with me. And pop the feedback on our team page as in our team group as well, and encourage the other girls to watch the recording once I've put it up as well. If there's specific things that you think they'll benefit from, make sure you pop that in there, and let me know if you want to, continue to have linen lounges, and give me some suggestions on what you want to have next time. I see lots of thumbs up, which makes me happy. Yeah, give me lots of, give me some suggestions, because I can always come up with things that I think you want to know, but I could be way off the mark as well, and teaching you stuff that you actually couldn't care less about, and that you want to be learning how to do something else. So feed anything back to me. I'm more than happy to take it on board as well. Cool.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to go read through the chat and see who won the pajama and wine glass prizes, and I'll announce those on the team page shortly as well. Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Bye.